Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I am going to be with you briefly. This is Reverend Coach and Counselor Melvin Ford, and I just wanted to come to you and open up some doors to help dispel some of the bad thoughts and uncomfortability, if that is a word, regarding surrounding therapy and specifically the one word psychotherapy. Because when people think of that, they think of, oh my God, I don't need a psychotherapist. I don't need you to go into my brain and figure out what's going on. And I just want to let everyone know that most times when counselors are on, we are not trying to psychoanalyze you. We are trying to help you help yourself, literally. We are trying to help you figure out what the triggers are, why the triggers are consistently coming, and not only that, why are you on this merry-go-round that you can't seem to get off of, emotionally, mentally, physically, because it does affect you. So I want to kind of give you an idea as to what psycho and a little bit of what psychotherapy entails. I'm going to do it really quick because I have to get back onto another call. But these are some of the things that I had to also train myself in because it's some of the areas that I dealt with personally. So it helps when you understand it yourself because it's something that you've been through. And I'm pretty sure a lot of us have, but a lot of us have not decided to make that move and to deal with it. So jumping into this really quick, psychotherapy has different avenues, and one of them being cognitive behavioral therapy, which is one of the things that counselors do. And what does that entail? It entails being helpful in treating a variety of disorders to include depression, basically by recognizing and changing negative thought patterns. It helps in anxiety and it also helps with trauma related disorders. A lot of us are still dealing with trauma from childhood and we don't even know that it's coming from that. We don't realize that's where it's stemming from. So we need to look at it and address it and be able to kind of like face those things. A lot of things that we don't want to do is face some of the things that we have dealt with in the past. We just want to, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to deal with it. But we don't realize that when there's a trigger that comes up, that trigger takes it back to that childhood and you don't even realize it. Interpersonal therapy, IPT, short term therapy to help patients understand underlying interpersonal issues that are troublesome, such as unresolved grief. A lot of us, especially these last couple of years, have lost a lot of family members, close friends, etc., from this COVID-19 situation. Um, and it's really hard, especially for the mothers. I can't knock anybody out as far as saying they are grieving more because we're all grieving right now for the world, period. But unresolved grief, changes in social or work roles, that can be a situation that can cause a little bit of, some triggers. Some people don't like change. They just like everything to stay the way it is, and that's how they handle life. It needs to stay this way. Another thing is conflicts with significant others. One thing we could talk about this month is domestic violence. That's something that is can be looked at and put under the topic of interpersonal therapy. A lot of people who are dealing with that, with conflicts with their significant other, or are dealing with domestic violence, they really do need to have someone to talk to. Okay, next one is psychodynamic therapy, which means ideas that behavioral and mental well being are influenced by childhood experiences and inappropriate repetitive thoughts or feelings that are unconscious outside of the awareness. There you go. Again, back to what I said, trauma related disorders, especially from childhood. There are some times you don't even realize you're doing things based on something that happened in the past, but you blocked it. So you're unconsciously unaware of it. Next one is supportive therapy. And this is where we use guidance to encourage, to help patients develop their own resources. Everything that we do as therapists, as counselors, and as coaches goes back to you, because at the end of the day, it's you that's doing the work. We're not trying to tell you what it is you need to do. We're actually trying to help you figure it out. So you can make the decision, this is what I need to do. Okay, this is why it's happening. Okay, I found the trigger. Okay, let's deal with that so we can move you forward. It helps to build self-esteem, reduce anxiety, strengthen coping mechanisms, improve social and community functioning. Some people don't like to be in public. They don't want to be around anybody. That's a sign of depression. Um, Helps patients deal with issues related to their mental health conditions, which I'm sorry, in turn affects the rest of their lives. Again, going back to depression, um, figuring out what the triggers are, figuring out what the health conditions are. Sometimes the food we eat, I just posted earlier in my TikTok, that sometimes we don't even realize that the foods that we're consistently putting in our bodies can actually cause a chemical imbalance, can also um, cause depression. And we don't realize, because our bodies are not getting the nutrients that they're supposed to get. We're not getting enough water. We're not getting enough leafy greens. And we're so busy trying to just do this and cope. And then all of a sudden we don't want to eat because our body hasn't been cleansed. It hasn't been detoxed. It hasn't been flushed out of all those toxins. And it's just sitting there, and our mental is all over the place. A couple of other things that you could try, and it's actually a good thing: creative arts therapy. Art, if you like painting, if you like to draw, dancing is such a good release. Also, drama, music, and poetry. Those are things that are, I think it's the right brain. I can't remember, left or right brain. I think it's the right, but I may be wrong right now because I don't have it in front of me. But those are the things that help you to express what it is you're feeling and be able to get it out some kind of way. Even if you're journaling, that's also a good way to be able to get it out. That's what the main thing of a counselor or a coach or therapist helps you with, is getting it out. And sometimes you don't know how to get it out. So we try to figure out ways to and find out what it is you like to do to help you, that'll help you release those things. Last thing is play therapy. This is mainly for children, to help them identify and talk about their emotions and feelings, especially if they've dealt with trauma and they've seen some type of traumatic issue happen. So these are some areas in my life that I have personally, literally delved into. Basically, all of these, I'm very familiar with it, and I'm glad I have my coaching certificate and everything, my coaching and counseling certificate, because it allows me to be able to help others in their lives and step up into those areas. So it's a really serious situation. And even me being a coach counselor, I have to be able to recognize the signs and symptoms when it's out of my league. I have to know when to take it up to the next level and still be there for my patients. So if they're dealing with whatever, and I feel like they need to go to the next level, which is a psychiatrist, a clinical psychiatrist, or a clinical psychologist, which those are the ones who actually feel like they may need to be on medication at this particular moment in time. Not saying lifetime, but just help them to level off a little bit this chemical imbalance. Sometimes food doesn't help. You may need to take it up to the next level. But I would like to think that if you're working on your body healthily, in a healthy manner, then you'll be able to release some of these toxins that are in your body, and you can start to think clearer and start to figure out some of these situations as far as cognitive or interpersonal or psychodynamic. So if you're interested, please, please, please give me a contact, give me a ring-a-ding, email me here at rebirthdimension@gmail.com, and set up an appointment, counseling appointment. Or you can have our first session would be a assessment that we can talk and see where you're at if you're really interested, because at this point in time, a lot of people, you just need someone to talk and to listen to you, not to tell you what to do, but to help you figure it out. Listen to what you're saying so they can take the key words and bring them back to you so you can understand, okay, this makes sense. I have something to work with. And I always give my patients homework so they can do the work themselves. It causes you to think. It causes you to be the person that you need to be. So I want to share that with you. I love you all. Take care. Have a good day. Make sure you follow me on Facebook at Reverend Melvina Ford again, and that is I just give you an idea as to what it's about, so you won't be so spooked out about it. It's not a bad thing. Everyone needs it. Sometimes you just need to talk, and you need someone to hear. And most of the times, when you're talking, you can hear what it is you need to hear, and then you can figure it out. So, with that being said, you all have a wonderful day. Take care and be blessed.